So we're live streaming. I'm just going to welcome them on Facebook and then I'll get back to you Instagrammers. Stay around for SEO and why you should use it on your video content. Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to see you. I am back home in my house and I firstly just want to acknowledge everyone's well wishes for me when I evacuated from my home here in Shepparton. It was a very, let's say, tumultuous week. I'm just trying to get, I can't actually do anything there. Look, it was a terrible week. I'm going to be honest. I've never been through anything so harrowing in my life. You know, growing up, I was evacuated about 3 times in my life from bushfires. But, you know, I always had someone kind of at the helm then, you know, directing me where to go and everything. And this time with the floods, it was difficult because I was on my own with my 2 children. I'm not used to floods. And when you get a notice to evacuate immediately on your phone and you're like, what? I was just walking around in a daze, not knowing what to do. But I'm like, I don't know how to prepare my house. I don't know. You know, in hindsight, people are telling me I needed to turn the gas off and I needed to do, and I didn't do any of that. I wouldn't even know how to do that. So it's very harrowing, but thank you guys for your well wishes. I am back home now. It took me 6 days to get home back into my house, but there's no damage here. It came extremely close, like right up about within a metre or so from, or maybe 2 metres from my front door, but no damage in the house. It was coming from 3 different directions, from this way, from behind me, and from the back there. So from Kittles Road, if you know the area, Paul on Instagram, hey Mira, how are you? And from Wanganui as well. So it was very, very frightening. So just to let you know, on Facebook, I am streaming this live to Instagram as well. And I'm going to be talking about SEO on your video content and how to use it to start getting indexed on Google, etc. All right. I actually want to share my screen. So, well, sorry, Instagram, you won't see this, but I can turn the camera around and show you guys. So video indexing works on Google. So you can actually be searchable for your video content. Google is indexing. So when I say indexing, it's like Panther. Yes, we were, was pretty bad. Where are you, Panther? Where are you? Because there was a sinkhole around here. Was it Glory Way? Was it there? I did hear that. I did actually hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope you're okay as well. Because it's very daunting, isn't it, with the floods? It's terrible, hey? Yeah, my heart goes out to you because that's a very scary experience to experience that on top of the floods. Yeah, I saw that in the news, Panther. Terrible. And I think I just saw that today or yesterday. So as we know, like there's so much, I will get back to the SEO, but there's so much in the community where, you know, Marupna and everything, where people are just, you know, bucket loads of house contents are being, you know, bulldozed out. It's pretty sad, hey? So stay safe there, Panther, for sure. So Facebook, I'm streaming this to Instagram. Instagram, I'm streaming this to Facebook as well. So SEO, so we're talking about search engine optimization. I am not an expert on this. We have Ravi, who's an expert on it, on watching on Instagram. And he said he's looking forward to learning. I'm like, no, I'll learn from you. You won't learn from me. I'll learn from you because he's the expert. But what I've learned is that, you know, organically you become, so that's free strategies. You can become searchable on Google from your video content. So this just gives you another point of entry, I guess to say, because I can't think of a better word, into your, for your customers to try and find you. So I'm going to flip this around, actually. I'll start sharing and then Instagram, I'll show you guys as well. I've just got you propped up. Okay. You can see my screen there. Don't look at all my tabs open, and Insta, I will turn you around in a moment. Don't look at my tabs open because that's how my brain works. Now I'm going to show you. So if we just give me 2 secs. There we go. Is that turning? Okay. So Instagram, say hi to Facebook. Instagram needs to stop being so precious. You always got to stream separately on Instagram. It's such a precious platform, even though it's owned by Facebook. It's It's just naughty. Okay, so what can we look for? We can look for, I'm just going to type in bee removal. I don't know. Bendigo, bee removal. I just can't think of anything else, right? So what you've got up here is you've got all, so all of your searches there, maps, shopping, and images and videos. So if I look at images, this is where you can use SEO on your images, on your website, on your blog for the alt tag. I think, Ravi, if you're watching still, hey, Raman Tuli, how are you? I think that's what it's called, Ravi, if you can clarify if you're still there. So an alt tag, people sort of think, oh, you know, it's for people who are visually impaired, but it also works for searchability as well. So you should always name your images to something that's searchable. So good to hear, Raman Tuli. So it could be something like, so you've got Bendigo bee removal, see that? And that's actually from Facebook. So that's indexing from Facebook, okay? But then if we go to videos, let's have a look there. See this? Bendigo bee removal, Facebook. I need to look at these guys because, Ravi, as you know, I do have a client who is a pest control company in Bendigo bee removal. Okay, so they're indexing for that. So if I wanted to, and which I will do, if I wanted to say try and beat them for my client, then I could start using these search terms, Bendigo bee removal. That's how you get indexed. Now TikTok does it as well. Actually, this is my client. It's actually, Ravi, you know this, so it's actually my sister's business and her husband. So they are ranking for this as well, but I might, look, bees isn't their biggest job anyway, so I'm not really worried about competing with these people. They more do, you know, the bigger jobs. They're probably not really too worried about this, but they're ranking there again. Ravi, that would be probably your amazing work there. Let's try termites. So if you've got a business, this is what, yeah, see this is my sister's company and it's my client as well, and they're ranking. So termite inspection and cost in Bendigo. Yes, I am Raman Tuli. I own a social media agency. Panther, you're welcome, Panther. So as you can see, that is all VIP Pest Control, which is my client. Instagram, that is paused. Hang on. That is ranking there. Hang on. Pause because you weren't using the app. Hang on a sec. Hey, Rivette, how are you? Guys, the internet's, excuse me, cutting in and out. There's a term called exact match query. Ravi, if we have to beat them, then the citations for our content should be higher than them. Okay. Yeah, Panther, it did pause for a moment. Can you guys hear me again? Let me know if you're hearing this now, because I did get a message to say it was paused. So basically, Ravi, it's pausing. Basically, Ravi on Instagram is saying that if you wanted to rank, you need to sort of outrank other people. Ravi, I don't know the correct term there. I don't know the correct term. Outrank. Just outrank them. So you basically, SEO is all based on ranking. And now, am I back, guys, on Instagram? Sorry, the internet is cutting me in and out on Instagram. Hopefully it isn't on Facebook as well. Now, TikTok indexes their videos as well, which is super cool. So you want to use some searchable terms in the captions. Now, there is a little bit more in depth, and I can do an SEO report for you. I've got people in my company that can do that for you, and I just give you all the keywords and everything. I'm not a keyword expert, but I can, you know, my business can supply that for you, give you the keywords and some things that you can use in your captions. And you can start ranking. And as Ravi on Instagram was saying, you want to have their core. He's saying there's a term called exact match query. So what are people Googling for your services? What are they Googling to look you up? And that's on your images, your video, your blogs, your website, your social media posts, everywhere. And you can start getting indexed. Now, Ravi, I know that we have, it can take 3 to 6 months to start ranking on Google with search terms and that sort of thing. Is it the same? Do you know if it's the same for social media? So like, for example, if that bee removal page in Bendigo, if there's no real competition, they can rank sooner. Is that correct? Is that something that happens? Just let me know. Hey, Nettie, how are you? But it's a really, really powerful tool. So in my business, I try to look at everything holistically. So I've got a client, I've actually got 2 new clients starting this week. One's a security company, a really large security company, and one is a software company. They have a CRM system. And so what we look at is all the social channels flowing back to a central point in terms of SEO. So TikTok, I want them to rank for their videos. Pinterest is a search engine, and you should be using Pinterest because it's all SEO based. And it's leading back to the website where we can capture the leads. But you've got to have the foundation set up first. There's no point bringing people back to a central point like a website if your website isn't capturing leads. And what I mean by that is, have you got a pop-up where people can enter their email, maybe what's called a lead magnet? So, my 5 tips for bee removal, or I don't know, whatever you, if it's an engineering company or whatever your business is, or, social media, whatever it is, you want to capture them. Because the thing is, although we can get all these followers and we can get all this interaction, these clicks from all our social media accounts through SEO and clever marketing, which is called an omni-channel strategy or omni-channel marketing, which is looking across multiple different platforms. If you're not bringing them back to somewhere and you're not capturing them, you're wasting your time. And you actually don't own your social media channels. Your accounts, you don't. None of us do. We don't own our followers. We don't own any of that. So if you're not capturing leads, and look, I'm really crap at this myself. I'm like, I've got to get my database. I've probably got about 1,300 people on my database. Nah, I need 10,000 on there, and I just have not been working on it. I know I need to. I work on it for my clients. I know exactly how to do it for my clients. I just haven't done it myself. It's always a way, isn't it? If you're a plumber, you never fix your own things first, do you? You've always got the leaky tap, and you're a plumber servicing everyone else. But if you were to lose your social media account, which happens, it does happen, and sometimes it's no fault of your own. Good luck trying to get them back. Facebook are absolutely useless. LinkedIn are pretty good. Instagram, I don't know. Touch wood, I never have the experience, but if you don't own them, well, you've lost all your followers. You've got no active business. You've got no one to market to. Whereas if you if you turn your followers on, your socials to an email list, you've got them. Whether that person jumps off Facebook or Instagram and they're no longer seeing your content on that platform, they're still seeing your content from an email marketing plan. All of these platforms, you're not going to get, 100% of your leads from one single platform. And it's the same with email marketing. You might only get a good rate of open rate for email marketing is about 30%. If you get 30%, you're crushing it. So a lot of people think, it's dead. It's only 30%. Hey, it's 30%. It's still good. Then you might get 30% from, this platform, and 20% from there, and 10% from there. It's a really important thing. I get 90% of my business from LinkedIn. I don't do any advertising. It's all organic marketing. And I'm now looking at a strategy that I'm going to design myself to build that up even further so I can capture them. And look, we're not going into LinkedIn here, but one way to do that on LinkedIn is to start a newsletter where people can actually subscribe on LinkedIn. So it's a pretty cool feature. But so start using SEO terms. If you can't afford to pay for it, it's very, very reasonable with my company to get an SEO report. I will give you all the keywords that you need to use on your posts. Or, of course, we do manage your socials for you. But if you're not at that stage in your business, just ask me for a report. It's extremely reasonable price. I'll give you the keywords and some blog topic ideas, and then just use these terms in your social media. And of course, I'd probably do that every 6 months, is to redo your keywords and just get a fresh set there. But it's you'll start ranking, and that's that whole organic, omni-channel presence. You're sort of coming at people from everywhere. So if you don't get them on Instagram, you'll get them on here, and you'll get them on there, and it's just the way to go. So SEO is definitely the thing to do. As I said, I'm not an expert at it, but I certainly have connections in my company that people that are. My business doesn't offer Google AdWords, but it is, I do have the ability to do it. I'm just not doing it at the moment, but if it is something you want to do, I can put you in touch with that. But definitely start doing it for organic listings on your post. if you, oh, that's what I was going to say. If you can't afford the report, which honestly, you know, it'll cost you hardly anything, you know, maybe I look, I don't know, just depends on what you need, maybe $200-300. It's not a lot of money, and you've got it for 6 months, you know, well, you've got it for life, but I would redo it every 6 months. But if you can't afford that, then go into Google, type in your question, so bee removal Bendigo, for example, or whatever it is, and then see what, you know how Google populates with questions that are frequently asked. Use those terms. You can use those terms for sure. I'm not saying it's the best strategy, but if that's all you can do, do that. The other thing that you can do is go on to Answer the Public as well. It's a free, well, it's not a free site. You can do 2 free searches a day, but if you use up your 2 free searches, just do it again the next day. So you don't need to pay for an account. Just be aware that it's always set to a default, I think, to England. So you need to change the country. You can't do state. So in Australia, I can't do just Victoria or New South Wales. I have to do, you know, all of Australia. So just make sure that you select your country. There's no point getting the most Googled questions asked for America if you're not selling to America. So make sure you put the country in, and that'll give you the most searched terms for the question that you're asking. So it'll say, what are blah, 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 who does X, Y, Z, and it'll give you those search terms as well. So, all right, guys, I've got a little bit more to do. I'm just looking at the time there. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you for joining, everyone, and for Facebook as well. Of course, this will be uploaded to YouTube as well. Whatever channel you're watching on, please make sure you let me know if you're watching live or the replay. If you've asked questions on Facebook, I do apologize. I'm streaming this through Zoom because I record it. And so I can't see your questions, but I will get to it afterwards. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, please make sure that you like, subscribe, give the thumbs up, and share my channel. I've just monetized my YouTube channel and looking to expand further and to go provide more content for small business owners to help them with organic marketing. So I hope it helps in your business, and I hope you have a blessed day. Everyone stay very, very safe from the floods that are around and the rain and the storms that we're about to get. Please stay safe. Paul, I'll check in with you. I want to check on your health, boyfriend, okay? Ravi, I will check to you soon. Panther, please stay safe up there. That is absolutely nuts where you are. And Nettie, lovely to join, and Tia. So thank you, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe for more daily social media tips. This is Melissa Mitchell in Australia from Abundant Life Studio, and we'll see you next time. See you guys. Bye.